I'm just going to be off on the sacrum a little bit. So I need to take that sacrum that's like this and bring it around this way. So exactly like an AF setup, I'm going to scoop, flex around, and now instead of keeping my body here, I'm going to turn this way and drop down like that. And again, you need to kind of do this all at once. So you have the patient take a deep breath. Go ahead and relax. There we go. Scoop, flex, roll.
Wow.
But you really need that scoopage to bring the sacrum and L5 away from each other so you can rotate around. If you just did like a rotation restriction like we did in the lumbar spine, it wouldn't do it because the sacrum is at kind of this angle and L5 is at this angle. So you really need to open those two up. The rest of the lumbar spine, the angle is a lot less extreme, but the sacrum is really kind of forward like this. So.
Is there anything we can do to help the strength or lack thereof?
If you feel like you don't have a lot of strength of your hand, you're using your hand too much. Because I'm just using my hand almost like a bookmark. It's not. I'm not doing a lot with my hand. I just use it as a bookmark. It's really the motion that does everything else. And my hand is just a bookmark so I can drop on it. Like even when I drop on my hand, I'm still not doing a lot of that. So you don't have to, even when you're palming the AS, I'm not like truly trying to pick up a basketball. I'm just keeping a broad contact. And again, it's like a bookmark. If I don't get that here, then my contact doesn't matter. Because I'm not going to be able to adjust an AS just with my hand. I need to drop onto the innominate. I could technically do an AS or a PI where I don't use my contact at all, but that would just be like a parlor trick. The contact just makes it a little bit better. But if you can get the setup for an AS and actually get the right motion without using your contact, then the contact's just going to make it better. And so don't put a lot of force in your contact. We're doing weird stuff with our hand. If we do weird stuff and drop on it and use our muscles, then we could potentially hurt ourselves. We don't want to do that.
Can you show the scoopage again that
Of-
you were talking about, that you were just doing for the last?
Yeah. The scoopage is really I'm just tightening up the tissue as I pull it around. By itself, it does nothing because I need to use my legs to flex the hip up.
Right. So, but you're doing like inferior.
Yeah, it's just a little bit of a tissue pull, just so I can actually do that motion.
So this one, the vector of your force changes from the AS?
Yeah, so the AS, my body's going to be facing this way a little bit. For the sacral torsion, you can actually be a little bit more perpendicular and drop straight on the sacrum.
Okay.
But we'll do more of that. We'll do more of all three of these next week, too. And then we'll do some PIRs as well.
Your hand contacts over the SI joint?
It's over the sacrum, but it's not perfectly midline because that's too far. So it's more like this. So it's like the sacrum's here. I'm just kind of grabbing this part of it and pulling it back.